The goose that laid the golden egg. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled between rolling hills, a poor farmer and his wife lived in a modest wooden cottage. Their life was simple, their belongings few, but they found joy in each other's company and the small flock of animals they tended to every day. Among their animals was a peculiar goose. She was different from the others. Her feathers seemed to shimmer faintly in the sunlight, as if she carried a secret within. The couple cared for her deeply, though she never seemed to lay any eggs like the rest. One morning, as the farmer went to the coop, he found something extraordinary. Nestled in the straw under the goose was an egg, not just any egg, but one that glowed with a golden hue. His heart raced as he picked it up, the weight confirming what his eyes could hardly believe. It was solid gold. He ran inside, shouting for his wife. Together they marveled at their newfound fortune. "We'll never go hungry again," the wife exclaimed, her hands trembling as she held the golden egg. The days that followed were like a dream. Each morning, the goose laid a golden egg, and the farmer and his wife sold them in the market for a small fortune. They repaired their home, bought finer clothes, and filled their pantry with the best food. The once simple couple was now the envy of the village. But as their wealth grew, so did their greed. They began to wonder, what if the goose had more gold inside her? What if she could give us everything at once, instead of one egg a day? One night, as they sat by the fire counting their gold, the wife spoke up. "Why should we wait for the goose to lay an egg every day? What if we open her up and take all the gold at once?" The farmer hesitated. "But what if there's nothing inside? What if we lose her?" His wife scoffed. "Don't be foolish. A goose that lays golden eggs must be full of gold. Think of how much we could have." Instantly, the thought consumed them. By morning, they had made their decision. The farmer sharpened his knife, his hands shaking with a mix of excitement and guilt. The goose looked up at him with trusting eyes as he carried her to the table. He hesitated, but his wife urged him on. With one swift motion, the deed was done. But as they opened the goose, their hearts sank. There was no gold inside, only the lifeless body of the creature that had brought them so much fortune. The room fell silent, the weight of their greed crushing them. They had traded their daily blessings for a false promise of more, and now they had nothing. From that day forward, the farmer and his wife lived in regret. Their wealth dwindled, their cottage fell into disrepair, and the laughter that once filled their home was replaced with sorrow. They learned the hard way that greed often destroys the very source of happiness. And so the little goose that had brought them golden eggs became a cautionary tale, whispered through the village for generations. Be content with what you have, or you may lose it all.